Hi, grade 12. Welcome to Math and Science series, Life Sciences with Spongile. I genuinely believe that every one of you, since you are grade 12s now, you have been introduced to the first topic you're going to be doing, which is called DNA Code of Life. So, this is something you need to familiarize yourself or you are already familiar with. So I'm hoping that I'm talking with people that are knowing what this is about. So if you don't, it's okay. That's why I'm here and that's why you probably need to watch this video for as many times as you should. So, DNA Code of Life is your first topic with 27 marks for your end of the year examination. So, what is DNA? That's one thing you should know, hey, because you've been hearing this term a lot in your lives growing up on the TVs and the music, and even on documentaries. People be talking about DNA. And now, this is the grade where you find out what exactly is this DNA. So, DNA is a molecule containing genetic material of living organisms. It's living organisms, not humans, not animals, because we're talking about all living organisms, because we are also adding the plants there. You understand why? And then we have the full abbreviation of DNA. Now, I need to point this out for you guys. This can be a bit difficult for people to pronounce, but remember, it's more important for you to know what it is and to how to spell it right, and then forget about the pronunciation really. If you can, say it. Then this is deoxyribose nucleic acid. That's how you say it. And then the location of the DNA. So we find DNA in the mitochondria and in the nucleus and in the chloroplast in plants that can photosynthesize. Remember from photosynthesis, you talked about the chloroplast housing the green pigment, which is called the chlorophyll, that is enabling the plants to make their own food, right? And then we have the function of a nucleus. You haven't heard about it, or you maybe have and have forgotten, but this is the function of a nucleus. It carries genetic material and controls metabolism in a cell, not in your entire body, but in a cell. And then we have the cytoplasm with this jelly like fluid that houses the cell organelles, meaning everything that is inside a cell, it is being housed by the cytoplasm. You understand? And then we have the nucleoplasm. You probably have also heard this term, but you didn't familiarize yourself with it much. But this time you're gonna have to, hey? Because it's part of the very important processes that we're going to talk about in this topic. So, the nucleoplasm is also a gel like fluid found in the nucleoid. So, the nucleoid contains our nucleus and our chromatin network. They are all floating in the nucleoplasm. And then we have the ribosome. Okay, the ribosome, you have been defining this almost all your life from NS grade 6 or something like that. And if you have forgotten, it's okay. I'm here to remind you. It is the organelle that acts as a protein, as a site for protein synthesis. Sorry there. And then we have the nucleotide. The nucleotide is the monomer. So the term monomer itself, it means building block. And I'm sure you're familiar with that unless you skip grade 11. And I hope not, hey? So nucleotides are the monomers of nucleic acids. And then what is RNA? RNA, it is the molecule that is essential for protein synthesis. We will explain and elaborate further into the topic later. And then the full abbreviation of RNA is the ribose nucleic acid. And then we have something we call DNA profiling. This is a technique used to collect genetic data of a living organism in the form of black bars. As I said, we will elaborate further into the other parts of this topic, okay? And then we have amino acids, which are monomers of protein. And then we have peptide bonds, which are the bonds between amino acids. And then we have weak hydrogen bonds, which are the bonds between DNA nitrogenous bases. And grade 12, that is your terminology you need to be familiar with during this topic. DNA Code of Life, and I hope that this is helpful. Thank you for being with us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment and share. Thank you.